Alright, so last time we just finished blowing the heck out of this big-ass alien ship that was stuck in Shenzhen, and we created this massive-ass river of blood. Sorry to cut the video right then, it was just kind of really late for me. However, today we should be able to finish up this storyline and make our way into Azeroth proper. So, that's a problem. And whoop, and touch of death. I love this ability. We might have a use of all this new cloth once we are able to pick a profession. And okay, gee. The first step is done, but now we must save Shenzhen. And we got level 15, nice. This is more horrific than I imagined, but well, we can handle this. We need to gather the healers and close the wound. We need to save Shenzhen. Find any healers you can. Rescue them, relieve them, whatever you need to do to get them over here and healing the wound. And keep the healers safe at all costs. So we just unlocked the talent point, but honestly, I don't have time to look at that right now. I think we need to worry about saving this wound here. Alright, so random healers. Random druid. Yo, I'll stand with you any day. Cool. Random druid. You're welcome. Rescue druid. Rescue druid. There are healers under some of the wreckage. That's what I'm doing. Punch. Punch. Kick. More punch. Kick. Yoink. Protect the healers. Oh, okay, they're under attack, that's why. Okay, punch. Kick. Punch. Kick. Punch. Punch. Lots of punches. So, ideally I would like to have more healers. But we need to protect these ones. There's someone we can rescue. Boop. Punch. Punch. Alright, Mr. Priest. Please go there. Same for you, Mr. Priest. And this quest is basically teaching us, whoa boy, that healers are super useful and they need to be protected. In the dungeon, healers literally save your lives. Yoink, yoink, yoink. Ooh, protect the healers. Oh, punch. Punch. I think the quest is done. Yeah, so we can turn it into G Fireball here. You are a sight to see when under pressure, Tarvi. Well, we wouldn't have stood a chance without you. I think it's working. The flow of blood is slow. I knew it would work. Quest complete. Oh, thanks to all these healers. Ba-bang. The land is healing. Okay, let's deal with some other stuff. Alright, so we got some pants out of that. These are slightly better than our other ones. Cool. And alright, we got a talent point. So at level 15, and every like 10, 15 levels afterwards, you get a talent point. This depends on your class and spec, obviously. Some of these are passive abilities, some of these give you extra abilities, and they all kind of combo off of what you already have. So our options here are Eye of the Tiger, Tiger's Palm, so our punch ability applies Eye of the Tiger, dealing 15 nature damage to the enemy and 15 healing to the monk over 8 seconds. Cool. Chi Wave, we release a wave of chi energy that flows through friends and foes, dealing 7 nature damage or 21 healing, can bounce up to 7 times. Or Chi Burst, hurls a torrent of chi energy up to 40 yards forward, dealing a whole bunch of damage, and healing to the monk and all allies in the path. This generates 1 chi per enemy target damaged up to a maximum of 2. Alright, so do we want healing? Do we want a whole lot of healing? Or do we want extra chi? Well, Chi is the problem, because we need Chi to use all these abilities. So I'm going to pick Chi Burst as my ability. And I'm going to put this on my E key over here. See how this thing works. Oh, it's a cast time ability. Interesting. Alright. Tarvi, I did what we had to be done. And the plan worked. Things could have been much worse had we not acted. Only wish Asa, I think that's how I pronounce it, could understand that. There will be plenty of time for reflection, but for now, we need to return to the Temple of the Five Dawns. We need to let them know that Shenzhen Su has been saved, and we need to sort out the fates of these new allies. And a card is waiting to take us there. Cool, alright. So we have saved Shenzhen Su. I bear your presence as a kindness to our new allies. Don't push me, human. Stand down, Tauren, before I put you back in chains. So yeah, this is the Alliance and the Horde not being huge friends of each other. And alright, let's get in this cart. And we're going to make our way back to the Temple of the Five Dawns. And I think this storyline is essentially done at this point. We have saved Shenzhen Su, we have met the Alliance, and we have met the Horde. We are level 15, which is pretty good. And we got... again, our keyboard is starting to somewhat look like a piano, but I'm going to try and avoid the super piano for the sake of you guys, really. We can... again, mostly what I'm doing, again, if you look back down at your keyboard, if my movement keys are W, A, S, and D, I'm worrying about the keys Q, E, Z, X, C, V, F, R. Those are the keys I'm trying to bind abilities to that I can press without having to like push all the way over to like F8 or something ridiculous. If your mouse is additional buttons, you might have, what's it called, buttons here you can bind things to on your mouse wheel. That's totally something I do. Heck, I got foot pedals for binding abilities too, though that is by no means required. So okay, what are things we want to think about right now? We need to think about whether we want to join the Alliance or the Horde. We need to think about getting a profession, which is something we'll probably do once we get back to Azeroth. And oh my god, Resuscitate isn't on our bar. Oh, the sidebars aren't there anymore. That's weird. So let's go interface, action bars, right bars. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And there's our resurrection ability. Alrighty. So profession trainer and blacksmith. Alright, hello, Mrs. Blacksmith. Buy our crap. Sell, sell, sell. Sell, 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 sell. Okay, I've done a little bit of thinking about profession. And considering we've got 2 enchanted items so far, I think this character is going to be a enchanter. The main reason for that is because enchanting doesn't really require a gathering profession. As an enchanter, you just disenchant stuff, and that gives you enchanting stuff. So I would like to become a enchanter. Thank you. And for our second profession, rather than worrying about something like, because as an enchanter, we don't really need to gather things. We can disenchant magical items. I'm going to pick the second one purely for money, because as a new player, money is going to be something you're going to care about. And probably the easiest thing to level is skinning. Skinning is when you kill beasts or other sorts of things, you can harvest their skins. So skinning is a very easy profession to level, so I'm going to take enchanting and skinning. And the way I see these professions, so I go to my spell book, I go under professions, and I have my enchanting. So I can put my enchanting in my bars over here. I put my disenchant ability over here. So enchanting is what allows me to basically add extra enchantments to my gear. And disenchant is the ability that lets me destroy magic items for those enchanting materials. We also have our skinning skill and our skinning skills. I don't know what this is. Oh, it lets us gather certain types of material more effectively. Alright, and so how we use this is I'm going to open my backpack. Let's close some of these. And I cannot use bows. I could sell these things, but I could not otherwise use them. So I'm going to click disenchant. And again, do not want to do this on any sort of equipment that you want, because this will destroy the equipment, and you cannot undo this. Which makes me think I probably shouldn't have picked enchanting as a new player guide, but alright, whatevers. I'm going to click on our hunting bow. We are going to disenchant it, and we got some greater magical essences out of it. We can do the same thing for this hunting bow. And we got 2 more greater magical essences out of it. So we have 5 greater magical essences, which we can turn into lesser magical essences, which we can use to create minor dodge once we have our rune copper rod. But we need strange dust and a copper rod to make that. Alrighty. And oh boy. And the spirit of Master Shang is here. Wonderful. It is good to see you again, Tarvi. You've done all that I asked you and more. You have saved Shenzhen Su. You make an old master proud. These new allies have shed light on a great and important truth. It is not just Shenzhen Su that is ailing, but of all the land beyond the clouds. The world needs healing, and I think you should be the one to heal it. I would like you, Ji, and Aisha to leave and bring your strength and wisdom to the world. These Alliance and Horde have different ideas, but at the core of both lies noble intent. I will leave the choice of who you wish to accompany to you. You accomplished a great thing in saving Shenzhen Su. You do us all proud. It seems your journeys are not done. These new allies of yours come from a broken world that could use our help. Master Shang-Chi, I would like to accompany the Alliance back to their home. What of you, Ji? Will you join the Horde in your journey back? Yes, perhaps it is for the best. I like what I've seen of them, and it sounds like the world could use my help. And you, my young student, where will you go? Alright, so I am ready to decide. So, we have a choice here of, as a Pandaren, we start off neutral, and now we have a choice, do we want to join the Alliance, or do we want to join the Horde? Normally this is a bit of a toss-up, considering what we've seen so far, but honestly, I am basing my decision purely because I cannot pronounce Miss Cloudsinger's name, and I like the pirate voice I've been doing for Jin Fireball, so I'm going to say, joining the Horde. Now we are making our way into the main world of Azeroth. And we're loading into Orgrimmar, which is going to take a while because, oh my god, this is a big city. There we go. Alright, so we can now speak Orcish instead of also Pandaren. Alrighty, so we've arrived here in Orgrimmar. And so it is done. Here we are, in our new home. This is interesting. Here we are, Tarvi, Orgrimmar, heart of the Horde. We can be helpful beyond the edges of the Wandering Isle. There are a number of problems out there, just waiting for us to solve them. This is what Master Shang would have wanted. There's no better way to start doing that here. With the aid of the Horde, let's find out who their leader is. We need allies. And is he gonna follow us, or? Never thought I'd see one of your kind walk through here. Come on through. The War Chief's expecting you. Alrighty. And hey, there's another player over there. I'm going to wave hello to them. Oh, there's a lot of players here. Oh, we found all the other players. You can tell these people are players because of their blue names. And people are announcing us. Interesting. We see a bunch of quests we could do. It looks like there might be some sort of holiday going on right now. That's a lot of players over there. Look at this. What is this? Oh, that's good news. Once we join the Horde, we certainly won't run out of things to do. There's a lot of stuff to do. Interesting. Gonna make our way into Gromash Hold and meet the War Chief. Pentaryn, approach. And Emperor Hellscream, IMG. That's War Chief Hellscream. Now rise. We should talk, Pentaryn. Alright, so this is a slight retcon here. Alright, so when the Pentaryn joined the Horde, Garrosh Hellscream was War Chief of the Horde. However, that was like 4 expansions ago. So we might have to time skip forward after we do this, but for now, when the Pentaryn joined the Horde, yeah, Garrosh was War Chief. Pentaryn, you're here. Good. I recently received word that some of your kind may be coming our way. I've been trying to bolster the strength of the Horde. A few Pentaryn might do us good. Walk with me, Tarvi. You've made a wise decision to join my hordes. There are some that would call us barbarians, the Mongol races of Azeroth. They are ignorant and blind to reality. Look around you, Pentaryn. You will find no better partner in battle than an orc. The Tauren have made themselves useful. Look, this one is a shaman. Even a blood elf can hold a sword. Do you see it? Everyone in my horde earns their keep. You and your friends will be no exception. Do you understand this, Pentaryn? Yes, War Chief. Good. Moving on. I know you're not the only Pentaryn to escape from that island. Some of your kind chose to join the Alliance. They are now your enemies. You may have had friends and kin who chose to cast their lot in with the enemies of the Horde. They are no longer your family. No longer your friends. The minute they put on the Alliance tabard, they died. I will not tolerate any lingering ties across enemy lines. Traitors to the Horde will die a traitor's death. Do I make myself clear? I believe so. Yes. Good. Yeah, this character is an asshole if you hadn't realized. I know that a few would be willing to leave their homeland to join the Horde. You and the rest of your people are welcome among our ranks. Hellscream's eyes are upon you, Pentaryn. Welcome to the Horde. And we have now joined the Horde. We are now skipping forward in time to when he's not War Chief anymore. Because he died as part of Mist of Pandaria, funny enough. Oh my god, the War Chief situation. This might take a long time to explain, but okay, so when we Pentaryn joined the Horde, Garrosh Hellscream was War Chief. He welcomed us into the Horde. He then promptly died during the events of Mist of Pandaria, leaving a guy named Vol'jin in charge. Vol'jin was in charge for exactly 1 expansion, at which point he died and was replaced by Sylvanas. Sylvanas was War Chief for exactly 1 expansion, before she turned to evil during the Shadowlands, so we don't actually really have a War Chief right now, funny enough. It's complicated. but I'm not going to bother myself with that sort of stuff. We are in the Horde, and we are now in Orgrimmar. Wonderful. So there's a whole lot to do here, but for right now, I'm just going to show you guys around. So the first thing I'm going to do here is I am going to set my Hearthstone. There is an innkeeper here, and like I said, we can speak to innkeepers to set our Hearthstone in different locations. So I'm going to speak to her, and I'd like to say I would like to make the Valley of Strength, which is this part of Orgrimmar, our home. So ba-bang. So now if we ever use our Hearthstone, we'll come back here. Cool. All right. Other places we could chill out include over here. This is the bank. This is where we drop off stuff. If we were in a guild, we could access a guild bank. This is a bank. We can store stuff here. We can also spend money on additional bag slots. We can actually put our bags in our bank to increase our bank size. This is where you generally store all your items and stuff. Where is somewhere else that is important? Oh, I should be rolling. I forgot about that. Rolling. There's a whole bunch of vendors here who might be willing to buy our stuff, but I don't really have anything to sell right now. Let's keep heading in this direction. These poles with these festival icons, they are new. I think there might be some sort of festival going on, though I'm not quite aware of it. Flight path. That is something that matters. So I'm going to go over here, and we just missed the elevator. Gosh darn it. Alright, well, wait here for the elevator then. There are a number of elevators around Orgrimmar, which take you up to the northern part of the city, up there, where the Flight Master is. So you'll see him, he is the green exclamation mark on your map, and what Flight Masters are is basically you can speak to a Flight Master, and you can use, from a Flight Master, you can fly to any other Flight Master you've already discovered, anywhere on the same continent. So it's like a fast travel sort of thing. And random level 9 Troll Hunter, I'm going to say hello. Flash hello. Whoops. Hello. Hello, alrighty. So here we can grab our Flight Master. And unfortunately we don't know any Flight Masters connected to this guy. But we can now fly back to Orgrimmar. And we have a number of Quartermasters here. Interesting. Alright, so I'm going to speak to this guy. And, oh, we can't actually buy the Tabard. Oh, no, we can. Okay. Let's buy these tabards here. And what these are is they allow us to champion the cause of a particular, faction. So, for instance, let's go back to our reputation panel over here. We may be honored with our academy, but we're still only pretty friendly with the Horde since we just joined them. So what I can do is I can put on this Orgrimmar Tabard, meaning that if we do some dungeons, we will increase our reputation with Orgrimmar. So let's do that. And we now have a fancy-ass Orgrimmar Tabard on our character. And I'm really interested to see what these people are with these Elder Dark One. I have never seen them around before. Your spirit burns with life, young monk. I'm accepting this helmet you pay and offer return this token. Sure? A coin of ancestry. What are these? Receive a coin of ancestry. Oh, Lunar Festival. That's what's happening. There's it's the Lunar Festival holiday is going on right now. So that's what these darn things are. And we got a lucky red envelope, which contains rockets, which we can... Cool. Let's set them off. Hey! Fancy, and that gives us a 500 health buff. I'll take it. Cool. Alright, so every year the Druids of the Moonglade hold a celebration of our city's greatest triumph over an ancient evil. We celebrate the wisdom of our elders, share in magnificent feasts, and of course we shoot fireworks. For a small donation, you can purchase colorful rockets from our vendors. And we'll get an invitation to the Lunar Festival. Cool, alright. This is interesting. This may not be happening when you're playing the game, but there are occasional events going on. And alright, here is a trainer where we can learn apprentice riding for 95 silver, which will allow us to ride around on mounts. We definitely have enough money to pay for it. We are level 10, so ba-bang, we can now ride mounts. However, we do not actually have any mounts quite yet. So let me show you where to buy the mounts from, so we don't have to keep rolling everywhere. We are heading to the Valley of Honor, which is this part of Orgrimmar. And I don't know where the elevator are. Ah, there's an elevator there. But that's a big cliff. I wonder if I could survive that with my bouncy racial. Oh, there's some water there. This might be stupid. Let's try it. Hey, we landed in the water. No falling damage. I'll call that a win. Cool. Alright. This is a mailbox. If anyone had sent us mail, we'd get it here. We have not received any mail quite yet. Let us head on over to the Valley of Honor. And again, more people stand around. The Valley of Honor is actually very important on this server specifically. I believe I mentioned servers before. Alright, so hold on, let me explain servers then. I forgot to do that. Alrighty, so currently I am playing on a server called Wormrest Accord. Let me move my webcam a bit. So, and a person's at my door. One sec.